is a country with a depth of resources, countless opportunities, and an inherent market size that's hard to ignore. The auto industry was one of the first few to recognize this and had a huge role to play in Make in India even before the phrase was coined. This is resonated in the fact that it accounts for 40% of the manufacturing sector and 7% of India's GDP. I'm Renuka Kirpalani.
And I'm Karthikeya Singhi. The automotive industry is only set to grow the numbers and build on the Make in India dream. The Automotive Mission Plan 2026 aims at achieving a turnover of $200 billion by 2026, and Make in India will, of course, play a major role in achieving this over the next 11 years.
The automotive industry is well on its way, with India becoming the manufacturing hub for global cars. International auto manufacturers are also banking on India to develop low-cost technologies and setting up design and development facilities here. This is our time, so let's get into gear and set off on tonight's journey to celebrate the best of the best in this industry at the Autocar India Awards, presented by Reliance General Insurance, powered by Speed, and Apollo Tyres in telecast partnership with Times Network. Well, there's another reason these awards garner a lot of respect, and that's because the fact that they've had the same jurors year in and year out over the last few years. Let's take a look at who these jurors are.
Manvendra Singh, Narain Karthikeyan, Shapur Kotwal, Hormuz Sarabji, Renuka Kirpalani, C.S. Santosh, Rishad Cooper, Karthikeya Singhi.
Well, Renuka, both of us are part of the jury, and at the jury round, we are provided with a lot of information that's been generated at Autocar through the year. So we have data such as VBox performance tests, fuel efficiency tests, the prices. Basically, all the stats and facts are on hand for the jury members to look at before making a choice. But even then, the competition is so close that picking a winner is really different. Is it any different for the cars?
Not really, Karthikeya. New segments are being created. Each manufacturer is putting their best foot forward. They raise the bar with every new launch. And though it's a really exciting time to be here, you guys out in the audience aren't making the job for us any easier. It's really tough to pick out a winner.
But first, we would like to invite on stage a man whose motor never stops running. I have been working with him for the last 10 years, and in that much time, what has become crystal clear is that he lives, breathes, and dreams the automotive industry. He is none other than the editor of Autocar India, Hormuz Sarabji.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On the 29th of January, 130 years ago, there was a gentleman called Carl Benz who went to the Berlin Patent Office and filed a patent for his gas-powered vehicle. And with that document, he set the world in motion, transformed our lives. And today actually is the actual birthday of the car. So what better day than to celebrate excellence in the automotive industry. And one of the core beliefs at Autocar is that the auto industry is really a very high-performing business. It attracts the best people who in turn turn out the best products and services. And I have to say that in India, it's been a particular challenge, especially for the car sector, where it's just always been seen as a luxury, whatever people say, which is unfortunate because in the absence of proper personal transport, I think mobility is no longer a luxury but a right. But it's still a luxury over here. That's why the car has been taxed so punitively. The infrastructure in which it has to operate is terrible. And of late, cars have even been called polluting murderers. So, by the way, I love diesel. And so I think it's really been a challenge for the auto industry, and the fact that the way the auto industry has risen to it, despite all these challenges, especially in India, is fantastic. I think a lot of Indian companies have changed the rules of the game. I think we at Autocar, we love cars. We wear that fact on our sleeve, and I think there's nothing greater than the joy of driving. This year was, we had about 30 plus cars, 32 cars, really from the budget end to the most expensive end, which really shows the diversity of the market. So finding great products was actually the easy part. Deciding the winners was difficult. But at the end of the day, there are only a few champions, and what I want to say, the champions are truly worthy of the consumer's money.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to fasten our seatbelts and embark on the drive through the Autocar Awards 2016. We would like to begin this evening by celebrating those who make the vital connect between the industry and the car buyer.
These are the people who the manufacturers bank on the most, through the good times and even more so when the going gets tough. This is the award for the Best Car Dealer of the Year, and to give away this award, may we have on stage Mr. Sachin Shilawat, Head Motor Business and Auto Alliance, Reliance General Insurance.
Best Dealership 4-Wheeler award goes to Karnavati Automotive Group.
This is the Best Bike Dealer of the Year. May we have on stage Ms. Lakshmi Sundar, Head Motor Claims, Reliance General Insurance, to give away this award.
This award goes to Punjab Automobiles and Dolphin Automotive.
The next award is for the best CSR initiatives towards road safety by a two-wheeler manufacturer. May we have on stage Mr. Anand Singhi, COO, Reliance General Insurance, to give away this award.
The award goes to TVS Motor Company.
The next award is for the best CSR initiative towards road safety by a four-wheeler manufacturer.
The award in the category goes to Mercedes-Benz India Private Limited.
The next award tonight is the Technology and Innovation Award. May we call on stage Mr. Amit Ganorkar, CMO, Reliance General Insurance, Retail, to give away this award.
And the award goes to BMW i8 Hybrid.
This is the award for the best design and styling, and may we have on stage our juror and renowned auto historian Manvendra Singh to give away this award.
The award goes to BMW i8.
Next award is for the best variant of the year.
Surprise of surprise, it goes to Fiat Punto.
Our next award is the award for the best value for money car. May we have on stage Editor-in-Chief of Autocar India, Shapur Kotwal, to give away this award.
And the best value for money car is Maruti Suzuki's Baleno.
Our next category is for the best import bike of the year. May we have on stage our juror and the only Indian to have completed the grueling Dakar Rally. CS Santosh, could we please have you on stage to give the next award?
And the award goes to the Triumph Tiger 800 XCX.
Our next award is for the Premium Bike of the Year.
And the award goes to the Ducati Scrambler Icon.
this is the engine of the year, may we have back on stage Editor-in-Chief, Autocar India, Shapur Kotwal, to give away this award.
And the engine of the year is the Mercedes AMG 4-liter V8.
Next award is, of course, for the best performance car of the year.
May we call on stage now Mr. George Paul, Executive Director, Retail Business, Bharat Petroleum, to give away the next award.
The Performance Car of the Year award goes to Mercedes AMG C63S.
Now, before we move on to the next set of awards, we would like to invite on stage Mr. Rakesh Jain, the Chief Executive Officer, Reliance General Insurance, to come and say a few words.
We are indeed very proud that we are sponsoring the Autocar Award for 3 years in succession. I think as insurers, we really think we are part of the automotive world. The world wherein, I guess our association starts when the customer thinks of buying the first car itself. Our objective is to really cover every Indian, who owns a vehicle. Still, I must admit that half of the people still don't take insurance and, of course, risk their own lives as well as for others. Somewhere, deep in our heart, we really want to associate very deeply with all of you to really create this consciousness of protection. That's our core objective. And my sense is, the more I see the innovation, the more I see, all of you, I really go back and with the resolve that it's time that we really work together to give the best product and best service experience to the customer.
Next set of awards, although presented here tonight by us, it's really the voice of the nation. It's the voice of the end users and our readers. The first is Reader's Choice Bike of the Year, and this award will also be given away by our reader. May we call on stage an advertising professional and also an autocar fanatic, Mr. Ameya K.
The Reader's Choice Bike of the Year goes to Bajaj Pulsar RS 200.
The next award is for the Reader's Choice Car of the Year. May we have on stage another autocar fan, Mr. Vikram Hemnani, to give away this award.
The Reader's Choice Car of the Year goes to Hyundai Creta.
This category is a popular choice with our large Indian families that like to travel together. May we call on stage Editor-in-Chief of Autocar India, Shapur Kotwal, to give away the award for MPV of the Year.
And the MPV of the year is the Renault Logi.
This is the award for the mid-size hatchback of the year. Could we call on stage Mr. Pramesh Arya, Group Head, Marketing, Asia Pacific, Middle East and Africa for Apollo Tyres.
The award for the mid-size hatchback of the year goes to Ford Figo.
The next award is all about the hatchback that's gone the extra mile, offering that little bit extra in design, comfort, equipment, or just sheer driving pleasure. This is the premium hatchback of the year.
The award goes to Maruti Suzuki Baleno.
Our next award is for the hatchback of the year. could we have on stage editor, Autocar India, Hormuz Sarabji, to give away the next two awards.
And the hatchback of the year is the Renault Kwid.
This has to be the award for the luxury car of the year.
The luxury car of the year, the Mercedes Maybach S-Class.
May we now invite on stage our special guest for tonight. You know him all too well, and at some point you've loved him, loathed him, and laughed with him as he has held court on the silver screen. But to us, he's a great friend of Autocar. Please welcome Mr. Boman Irani to come up and say a few words.
I have a confession to make. I'm a friend, in fact, a very, very dear friend of Autocar India, and especially a gentleman who I just asked his name as I walked onto the stage. A dear friend of mine, all the way from school, actually. Hormuz Sarabji, I want you to show your numbers in. Hormuz, come on, baby. You're getting handsomer and handsomer by the year. And I knew Hormuz in school. The problem is that I don't know too much about cars. So I don't know what I'm doing here. But what I know is that when I need to buy a car, I have to sign a big fat check. The other part of it is I need help most of the time. I have my two sons who are complete lunatics and enthusiasts, but I have to go over their heads and call up Autocar India and my friend Hormuz for advice. It started many, many years ago when both of us were photographers, and he used to ride a kinetic Honda, and I did not have a vehicle. And he said, you know, Baman, kinetic Honda. I said, you know, Hormuz, you're a photographer, but if you have such wonderful and great and deep, passionate knowledge about cars, you should do something about it. So it was my idea that he became the editor of Autocar India, and he started the magazine. Say thank you, Hormuz. Say thank you. That's a good boy. That's a good St. Mary's boy. I think that, you know, buying a car is all fine and we all show off about the big gleaming car that we buy, but there is always a human story and a simple story, especially for us Indians who have been from that era where there were only 2 or 3 choices, and now I can't even believe the number of cars that are up for awards right now. And all I have to say is, Hormuz, thank you very much for allowing me to be here and giving me this little honor to speak and, you know, bore you a bit, but that's all right. And ladies and gentlemen, for all those who've won, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
We now move on to our last set of awards for the night, to begin with an ever-popular segment. Well, because of our potholed roads, these are the choice of many. They are tough, they are practical, and these days there's one in almost every size and budget. We start with the premium SUV or crossover of the year. May we call on stage Publishing Director, Haymarket Media India Private Limited, Mr. Suresh Ramakrishnan, to give away these next two awards.
And the premium SUV crossover of the year is Hyundai Creta.
Well, the next category set out to give you a larger-than-life experience, pandering to your senses. These contenders come loaded with the best of technology to ensure performance with economy, comfort with practicality. They are tough but luxurious. This is the luxury SUV of the year.
The luxury SUV of the year, Audi Q7.
This is the award SUV of the year. May we call on stage Editor Autocar India, Hormuz Sarabji, to come and give away this award.
And the SUV of the year is the Hyundai Creta.
This is the award for the Sports Car of the Year. May we call on stage Mr. George Paul, Executive Director, Retail Business, Bharat Petroleum, to give away this award.
The award goes to Audi TT Coupe.
This award is for the Manufacturer of the Year. Once again, may I call on stage Editor Autocar India, Mr. Hormuz Sarabji, to give this award.
The Manufacturer of the Year, Maruti Suzuki.
It's time for our penultimate award. It's for the Bike of the Year. May we call on stage Mr. Amit Ganorkar, CMO, Reliance General Insurance, Retail, to give away this award.
Baman, could we also request you to come up on stage for these final two awards?
Bike of the year is Bajaj Pulsar RS 200.
This is the award for the Car of the Year. May we call on stage Mr. Rakesh Jain, Chief Executive Officer, Reliance General Insurance, to join Baman to come and give away the final award for tonight.
And the Car of the Year is the Renault Kwid.